In this video, I'm going to show you how I use and set up the Sony FX3 to capture footage that you're gonna see through the rest of this video. Let's get started. Now, some of the things we're gonna talk about in this video are camera settings, then the equipment that I'm gonna be using to film some of the footage you'll see in this video, how I edit the footage, and then some special things to stick around to the end of the video.
We're trying to find my way out of this place. Somewhere. Let's see. Yeah. Trying to find my way out of here so I can start the vlog already. Level 3. Oh no, that's not it. Wait. Yeah, I think I gotta go up again. At least one more.
All right, we got to find a nice shady spot so that we can talk about settings because it's really bright out today. And if I try to film the back of this screen, it's not going to work. And I feel like I locked myself in. There's a fence right there, so there's no getting out of this place. Before you consider what settings you're going to use, you have to look around in your environment and know how to maximize the potential of your camera during the day you're filming. As of right now, we're filming in one of the harshest times of the day. It's midday, 12 o'clock, and the sun is beaming above. There are harsh shadows everywhere. There are very overexposed and very underexposed images. So you're gonna have to pick one or the other. It's important to be using an ND filter today, and we'll get there in just a second. Because it's so bright, if you don't have an ND filter, you might wanna shoot in slow motion, and you can use the shutter speed and drop that down to about 1/120, and if you have anything faster, you can compensate for exposure that way. However, I'm gonna try to shoot everything in 24 frames per second today to make things easier in the editing, and then I'm gonna use an ND filter, which we'll get to in just a second. But in terms of settings, I'm gonna use 24 frames per second. My shutter speed will be 1/50. We're gonna use 5200 Kelvin as my custom white balance. Then we're gonna shoot 4K DCI, maxing out resolution with the Sony FX3. And then I believe I'm shooting with the compression of, I believe it's 4K-S. I think that's what I'm using. So those are going to be my settings. I'm going to leverage my zebras, which I have set at 70%, and my secondary zebras, which I have set at 40%. One for the skin tones, one for the highlights, keeping it on 70 primarily today because I'm going to be having to worry about these highlights right here that you see. And then I'm probably going to use focus peaking very minimal today since I'm using autofocus and a wide angle lens. You know, I was just thinking, the second to last time I was down here in Wilmington, I was filming a wedding, and as I was walking around the town to do some filming, I found a leather shop. And I love leather goods. I'm trying to find like a really awesome leather bag for a camera, or any reason to have a leather bag. I'm gonna try to find that if I can. I know it's around here somewhere. I think it's this way. The last time I was trying to find this place again, I couldn't. It's like it just vanished in the middle of the night. By the way, how's the stabilization look? Walking with the stabilization on. Oh, no, that's not it. Walking with the stabilization on right now. Is it too much? Too wobbly? Alright, I had to stop and grab a coffee from a place called Cheeky Monkey in Wilmington, North Carolina. I did a video about 2 years ago for a woman named Maggie Blackham, and she owns a co-working space for women who have kids, and they can have daycare and babysitting at the co-working space so that entrepreneurial moms can still work and have a place for the kid to be babysat. However, she told me in the process of filming that she owns a place called Cheeky Monkey Coffee, and that's what we're picking up. After looking into it, Cheeky Monkey Coffee actually won the award for the best coffee in Wilmington. So if you haven't been to Cheeky Monkey Coffee already, it's in downtown Wilmington at basically the very end of the city before it gets into all these historical districts. But it's absolutely amazing. I ended up going with a cortado, and then I got one of their recommended drinks. I'm not really too sure what it is, but I think there's something banana in it. But
We'll see how delicious it is. Delicious. What did I just say? We're gonna see how delicious this drink actually is. I'm also seeing like all these crazy levels pop up on my audio, so I'm not really too sure what that is. So I apologize if this audio is absolutely terrible. All right, let's talk about the equipment that I am using today to film some of the footage that you are seeing.
We're using the Rode VideoMic 2 to capture all the audio. It's running straight into camera. We're using the 85mm G Master lens. We're using the 50mm G Master lens. I have the 20mm on the camera, and then we are using my very own Pure Light ND filters and Pure Light mist filters. Now the Pure Light mist filters I've actually been using on the last several videos. I've designed my own mist filters and my own ND filters because I was not satisfied with what was in the market. There just wasn't something that was able to provide the look I was going for, a more cinematic looking image straight out of camera. So I designed my own, and I will be releasing them shortly. If you want to pick those up, you can click the link in the description to pre-order the ND or the mist filter today. Before I swap lenses and start filming B-roll with the 50 and the 85mm and my Pure Light filters, there's something important that we need to discuss, and that is filming techniques. Now, we're not going to go deep into filming techniques, just the basics that you need to know to get good footage. First and foremost, don't just shoot anything, because you're going to waste a lot of your battery. You're going to build up all that storage on your SD card, and then it's going to take you hours editing and sifting through footage at post-production. Why not just shoot the footage that looks good, the footage that you need for your video to tell a story, and then be done with it? So that's what we're going to do today. Just shoot interesting footage, probably not moving since I'm shooting handheld, and then be done with it. So when it comes to filming something, be mindful of the day you're filming and the light that's around you and your environment and your subject matter. Consider the story that you're trying to tell, and then go pick the right environment for your story. Today, we're just trying to capture unique looking shots, so that's why I picked downtown, because it's going to give me a variety of things to shoot and things to test out when it comes to capturing B-roll. And that's all that we really want to do today. So let's swap the lenses and begin shooting some B-roll in downtown Wilmington. Wow, that is so close. What is that, the 50? Okay, so I know I said when you're filming, don't film anything if it doesn't look beautiful. And as soon as I finished saying that, all of the light was covered up in downtown Wilmington. The clouds just the clouds just swooped in, covered up all of our beautiful light. And anytime I tried to film something, it just looked dull. So I got a couple shots. I still want to provide you guys enough B-roll to take a look at, wow, this is so close. This is a 50mm, by the way. It's not a 20mm anymore. That's why it looks so weird. What we're gonna do is take this camera, take the 50mm, put it on a gimbal, and then have my wife and my son try to explain some specs about the FX3 to you, and especially as I shamelessly plug my Pure Light filters. So let's take this camera, put it on some sticks, and get back to filming.
Oh, hey everybody. I just wanted to tell you about why this camera is so awesome. This camera can shoot videos like this one that you're seeing right now of this girl that you see in front of you. Ooh, a bird. Anyway, as I was saying, this camera's amazing. I think it's called the Sony FX3 7A, something like that. I don't know, Sony's got a bunch of digits and stuff, so check it out. This camera, it shoots during the daytime, and it also shoots during the nighttime, which is really convenient because sometimes things happen at night and you want to capture those things. So I highly recommend getting this camera so you can shoot at night and also during the day, because people are alive during the day as well. They don't sleep all day like I do sometimes. Yeah, today we took a nap. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm actually very happy that I got that nap. You see this smile? Yeah, naps are good. Anyway, talking about the Sony FX3 A. Yeah, who's it for? Well, it's for people like you watching this video. People who like to walk around with a gimbal and back up while their kid's in a stroller and their wife talks to the camera. Yeah, people who like to film stuff, like worms coming out of the ground when it rains, and people jumping in the pool. Yeah, it's happening right over there right now. And for anyone who does anything that they want to make money with. If you want to make money with film, then you should probably get this camera. Anyway, where can you get this camera? That's a great question. I think I know how to answer that. But first, I need to introduce my son. This is Atticus Bay Maluski, and he is super adorable. He is such a sweet little man, and he's very intelligent. This camera didn't make him smart, but it did capture his genius. So if you want the Sony FX3, ha, got it that time, then you'll want to go on our website, where you can get an Amazon link, and we can get affiliate stuff, and we can make a little money off of that. And that'll be really nice. And you can also get this camera, and that'll be nice for you. Right now, I'm looking at this really cool filter. It's blue. It's beautiful. It's like my husband's eyes. I love it. Oh.
All right, it's time to jump into editing.
Step 1 is complete. What I'm gonna do with this microphone. Oh, now I just look like a bum. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, so now let's open up our laptop. Let's start in DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to show you how I color grade my Sony FX3 footage. Open up DaVinci Resolve, bring in all of your footage into a project, change your project settings and your color management settings to Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. Then drop all your media into your media pool. Command all, right click and change the clip attributes to 23.9-ish frames per second. This converts all your slow motion stuff into 24 frames per second. Take all that, drop it down to the timeline and go to the color tab. Group everything together, go to post clip, pick one of your favorite infinity grades, right click and apply to grade. Boom, you are done. If you want to adjust everything at a clip level, just go up to where it says post clip, change it back to clip, and then start adjusting your clips, white balance and exposure. This is how I color grade in DaVinci Resolve. If you want a deeper dive in the color grading process for paid projects, you can watch several of my other videos on this channel. Let's open up Final Cut Pro. All right, so open up Final Cut Pro, import all of your media, drag your media into your timeline, add an adjustment layer to your timeline and drag it over all of your footage. Slow down any of the clips that you need to slow down and then hit optical flow on that bad boy so it blends together nicely and plays back very smoothly. Click on custom LUT, drag it onto your adjustment layer, pull up one of your favorite infinity grades, drag it onto your adjustment layer and boom, you're done. Now I don't have Premiere, so if anybody wants to leave a comment down below with a link to a tutorial on how you use the infinity grades to color grade your Sony FX3 footage, please do that so I can add that to the next video. I don't use Premiere, but if you use Premiere, pick up these infinity grades using the discount code Infinity. That way you can get 50% off. Add them to the Premiere and then do your thing. Send me the tutorial because I would love to add that to the next video. And that is how I color grade all of my Sony Log 3 footage from the Sony FX3. You can use this on any of the modern Sony cameras that shoot in S-Log 3 because they're all using the same gamut. Thank you so much for watching this video. One last shameless plug. If you want to pick up my ND filters or my Pure Light mist filters, a link will be in the description. Pre-order those today and the first 100 will be going out over the next month and a half or two. They're beautiful. They come in a nice box. They're very lightweight. They have a nice grip on them. This is just the ND filter. The mist filter is in another bag, but this is an ND filter. Many great benefits. I'll leave the link below so you can learn more about that. But if you want to pick those up, pre-order those, click the link in the description. There's going to be another official video coming out with those, but if you want to be some of the beta testers for these filters, then leave a comment down below and I can send you one for free. If you don't, then I won't. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. I love each and every single one of you. Until next time, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Shoo.